Hi guys, welcome to Absolute Value Tarot. Ash here with you. I'm thrilled to be here with you to do a reading with you today. I would like to do a reading from the Pulp tarot deck. I might then pull some follow-up cards from other decks, and it depends where our reading goes, and I'm really excited to see what comes out for us today. So our Celtic Cross reading is going to come from the Pulp tarot deck. And it's a really cool deck, and I just find it very colorful. It's inspired by comic books from the 50s and 60s. And so without further ado, I'm going to shuffle the cards. They're red and black, and they say Pulp Tarot. Very cool. Here's a sneak peek at one of them. Let's see, which one is this? The Nine of Pentacles. All right, so we're going to shuffle the cards and see what happens. Split the deck. 1, 2, 3. Spirit, please tell us what is going on for us this week. What do we need to know, and what do we need to look out for in the future? Thank you. So what is your current energy? Current energy is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit, what is our current obstacle? Current obstacle is the Six of Cups, nostalgia. What is the root or foundation of this current energy or situation? The Six of Wands, celebration. Yeah. What did we just experience that is influencing our current situation? The King of Wands. What are you expecting to happen? The Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, it's in reverse, so that means something. Right around the corner is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Who are you in the current situation that you're in? You are the Hierophant in reverse. I think I have the right deck to work on after this one. The Page of Wands is how people are seeing you in the current situation. It's kind of your status right now. Your hope or your fear, I believe it's your hope, is to be the High Priestess. And our outcome is the World in reverse. And what we don't see coming is the Lovers. All right, guys. So our current energy is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse is someone who has just received a gift, some money, and slightly mismanaging that resource. So we have some newfound wealth, and we're being crossed by some nostalgia from childhood. So we're remembering things from childhood that were really fond memories that we have. And so we're remembering the past, and yet we're trying to embrace the future, but we're having a hard time doing that. We're not managing very well what's going on in the world. So very interesting two cards that represent your current energy and your obstacle. And the root of this is a celebration. So you recently celebrated something that was really exciting. The Six of Wands is all about a parade. Here you see a beautiful parade, and it's all about something great has happened. You've achieved something remarkable. And not only were you celebrating it, but people in your town and your community were celebrating it as well. So you were recognized for something. And I believe it's from this that you received something, and now you're kind of fearing how you're going to manage the reward that you get from it. So in the recent past, you were the King of Wands, so very dynamic, very motivated leader. We had this card in our last reading, and this was how people were seeing you before. So the King of Wands, so I think part of the celebration that you had was in recognition of what you've accomplished in terms of your motivation, your energy. So a lot of energy. What you're expecting is not the best. Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is a beautiful card about rejoicing and celebration. However, you're expecting it to go a little bit sideways because it's in reverse. And that can often mean that there's some gossip involved. There's people talking about you, not saying the nicest things. So you're having this sort of it's lonely at the top kind of experience. Like you've been celebrated and now you're worried, how are people going to be treating me now that I've been promoted to this new level? And there's a bit of fear about how people, perhaps your friends or people within your inner circle, even your outer circle, are going to be seeing you, talking to you, and treating you. And so in your near future, you're dealing with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a gift that you're receiving, but because it's in reverse, it just means, this is the Ace of Cups, such a beautiful card. It's about starting something new that involves emotions. It can also involve spirituality. And so the fact that it's in reverse means you're just going to be having some challenges around starting something new that means a lot to you. It could be a new spiritual project, a new emotional project, and you could be facing just a little challenge right around the corner. And so the question is, how are you going to deal with that? And we're going to answer that question today. So how you see yourself in your current situation is someone who's not following rules. You're not really abiding by traditions the way that people are expected to sometimes, particularly if you've been recently promoted in a new situation. People are kind of expecting you to do things a certain way. And I believe that you are kind of seeing yourself doing it your own way. You're not really wanting to follow the protocol, the rules, the status quo. You kind of want to go about it your own way, which is why you're probably worried. That may be why you're worried about what people are going to think of you. So people are seeing you as the Page of Wands. So again, a page. So there are a lot of new beginnings happening for you. And your current energy is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. But people are seeing you as a page upright, and it's the Page of Wands, which is all about enthusiasm, motivation, kind of like the King. So you recently were graduated to a new level, but now that you're at a new level, guess what? You're the new person. And you're kind of starting off at zero again. You're starting off at the beginning. And it's scary. You're kind of in a new situation, a new frame, and you're worried about how people are seeing you, but they're seeing you awesome. They think you're starting off this project on the right foot, and you're just taking it to a whole new level. As you can see, this figure with golden hair looking like Aphrodite with her wand. And she's in a beautiful scenery, kind of feeling alone by herself, a lot of solitude. And this is how people see you, is you're in this new world, you're in this new realm, and people are looking at you to see how you deal with it. So your hope is to tap into your inner knowing with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about just having intuition that is dictating your thoughts and sometimes your fears, but especially your hopes. And it's really just knowing within you what to do, what to say, how to act, how to behave. And you're really hoping to tap into that and tap into your High Priestess energy in this challenging new situation that you found yourself in. It's a very exciting situation. You shouldn't see it as scary. You should try to see it as something with hope, and you know how to navigate this new situation yourself. Really, really believe in that. And take some time to reflect on what you know inside of you, what you know to be true. And you will figure out how to behave if you do want to break some rules. How do you do it in a way that makes sense for you, that means a lot to you, and that works for you, and that will also work for people in your community, in your new role? So the way this reading is turning out is that things are going to be a little challenging. You're experiencing the world in reverse. The world in reverse suggests that you're at an ending of a journey. However, you're not quite ready to graduate yet. You haven't quite learned all the lessons yet. And so from these lessons that are still being left to learn, you're still expected to continue growing, continue learning from what you don't have yet or what you haven't mastered yet. So you're in a situation where you do need to have your head up and pay attention and see what's going on around you and respond accordingly. And you can do it in your own way. You can do it with your inner knowing, and also in a way that doesn't necessarily follow the way other people have done it. Okay? So you can be the Hierophant in reverse, but you are going to have to follow your intuition and learn lessons that are still yet to be learned. Okay? And what you don't see coming is some romance. So we have the Lovers. This is a really cool Lovers card. You can kind of see a Tarzan and Jane situation. And the Lovers is not just romantic. It's also about making a decision or a choice. It's about dual polarities within the human experience. So you're basically at a fork in the road and you're having to make a decision. Do I go left or do I go right? And it's scary, and it's a time where you have to step up and make a decision, commit to it, and execute. And so it's not just about romance, but at the beginning of a romantic relationship, we do experience a lot of choices, and we do experience a lot of opportunities to go one way or the other. And that is what you don't see coming, is that you are going to be making choices, and who knows, maybe there's some romantic flair to it. So to help us sum up this reading, we're looking at a situation where you've been through a change, which follows from our last reading together, and you're a little bit like you're experiencing good things, but you're also feeling the fear, and you're feeling the fear, but you're doing it anyway. Really, really cool, you guys. So since you did get the Rebel card of the Hierophant in reverse, I'd really like to look at the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. And Sacred Rebels is about really seeing what's going on under the surface of this time where you want to be a little bit different. These are very large cards, and they're matte, and they're beautiful. So let's see what's in store for you today with the Sacred Rebels. Spirit, tell me about which Sacred Rebel is going to give the collective the advice that they need. What does my seeker need to hear about in the Sacred Rebels? Shock of the new. That's exactly what we were saying. So you're experiencing something new, but you're in a little bit of shock from it, and it is scary. These cards were designed by Lana Fairchild, very artistic, very gentle, very soft, and yet so dynamic and powerful. I think I want to get another card. Please, what Sacred Rebel is appropriate for this reading? After the storm. So you've just been through not just a celebration, but a bit of a storm internally. So what do we need to focus on after the storm? So we have 1 and we have 6. So it's all about beginnings and harmony. So you're on a harmonious journey. I think we definitely need to pull another card, you guys. 1 and 6. There we go. I'm feeling this one. Bring it into form. These are beautiful cards. Bring it into form. So you're being challenged to actually find what form your new life is taking, and what are you going to do to execute that new form. I'd really like to read from this booklet. Which one am I feeling the most? I believe Shock of the New is what we really need to look at right now. What would Alana Fairchild say to you if she were doing this reading for you? What wild, unconventional voice is calling to you? Can you hear it? It is so different and so unusual, it might be hard to decipher, like hearing an unfamiliar language for the first time. It might be hard to discern with great clarity now, but there is an affinity between you and this strangely beautiful newness seeking to manifest. Don't be nervous if the rumble of change turns into a mighty roar that rocks boats, bursts forth as novel ideas and changes things in a way that is out of your control. This is life happening. Free fall into it. The oracle of the shock of the new comes to you saying, quote, the old way is on its way out. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, and coerced into the new. You can handle it. What a beautiful message from this beautiful card. So given the nature of our reading, you're experiencing a lot of new things. I would like to tap into the Ascended Masters and see what advice we can get from them. Because I think in this period of change, you're going to need some advice, either from Archangel Michael or another archangel or another wise guru who could help us through this challenging yet uplifting time. And what can we focus on in order to heal ourselves, in order to make it easier to channel into that High Priestess energy? Archangel Michael and the Divine Ascended Masters, please help us know what is best for us in this moment. I draw cards by feeling because I am clairsentient. And I can really feel which card is appropriate for you right now. Who is speaking to us now? Maitreya, power of joy. This is represented by the Buddha. You can see how happy they are. They're experiencing joy. So finding the joy in this moment is what's going to be key for you. You're going to want to find joy in the situation as much as you can, even if there is gossip, even when there are challenges. Who else is here to help us? Lou, persistence. So you're going to be asked to be persistent through this process. And it's not always going to be easy, but you really have to stick with it, stick with your gut, stick with your inner knowing, and do things that are right for you in the way that is right for you. Who else can help us on this journey? Just one more. Positive change, Parvati. So Parvati is all about reminding us that change, not only is it going to happen, but it's absolutely inevitable. This is life happening. Remember that. I'm going to read what Parvati would say right now. The Ascended Master of Parvati. Positive change. Your likes and dislikes have changed, and you've outgrown situations that once appealed to you. These are positive developments signaling your spiritual growth. Some of these situations are blessings in disguise as they're pushing you to make necessary and positive changes. You may feel pushed beyond your comfort zone as multiple areas of your life shift and flux, yet the universe always stands ready to support you with whatever you ask for. Let go and enjoy this ride because it truly is for the best. So some other meanings of this card can also be break your major goals into baby steps and take it one step at a time. Be assertive in saying no to anything that diverts you from your path. You guys, this is something I've been learning as well in the last few years, is saying no. It's so easy to be the yes person and say yes to things that are asked of us. It's flattering. It strokes our ego when someone asks us to do something, either to help them or to help the community. And it's so important to reflect before saying yes and thinking, is this going to serve my highest good? Because only when I am at my highest good can I bring that to the community and serve others for their highest good. So boundaries, that's the message I got from Parvati just now. Setting boundaries and embracing the change and knowing that it's all for the better. Wow, these are amazing cards, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today on this reading. I really wish you all the best and through your changes, through your challenges. And I really hope to see you soon in the next one. Take care, you guys, and have a wonderful week. Bye.